What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS. So here we are. It's been almost a couple of weeks since the election. And we still don't see that 47 has appointed any of these bootlicking, shucking and jiving, just skinning and grinning DEI hires. And I'm going to call them that because throughout the Trump campaign, especially towards the end, we were hearing them use the DEI hires. DEI, for those who don't know, that stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And Byron Donalds and Timscott, both of who are African American males, with one has a bald head, but if he would allow the hair that still grows on his head, if he would allow that hair to grow, I'm quite sure it would be nappy. And Byron Donalds, who has a head full of nappy hair, but are married to women that don't have the same hair texture. We'll just put it like that, right? Neither of these two skinning and grinning fools have been named to any appointments in this upcoming Trump administration. So for all of the barbershop tours that Byron Donalds was doing, for him talking about how the black family was stronger during Jim Crow, for Timscott saying how much he loved Donald Trump and was talking about how the heart of the South, or whatever that bullcrap he was spewing when there was this thought put out there that he could possibly be Trump's VP pick, and then he was passed over. I talked about that when that happened. And now that he has, quote unquote, won the election, there have been no black faces that have shown up in the sea of folks that Donald Trump has chosen to be in his upcoming administration. And are we surprised by this? Absolutely not. None of it surprises me. But hey, they might be saying that Vivek Ramaswamy, who was named to be in the administration, he is their token black man. An Indian. Because you know how they were saying that Kamala wasn't really black. She was Indian. So hey, maybe that's like the joke's on y'all, and we're going to have a good laugh at this in the process as well, to say, well, we got our token Negro because we picked Vivek Ramaswamy to be in the Trump administration. But Timscott, who still went forward and married that woman who a lot of people feel like he's in this relationship is going to be a sexless marriage. And trust and believe, I could care less if he gets down, because that's a visual that I do not need. But yeah, he still moved forward in that relationship. And being from where I'm from, and a lot of people know of or even know Timscott, a lot of them don't believe that that marriage is a real relationship. Let's just be clear. So it's not that people are even wanting to get a glimpse as to what goes on in that house or in the bedroom. Just a lot of people just don't really believe that is a real relationship. So a lot of people felt like it was a contract relationship. He did it because when he was running for president, a lot of people in the Republican Party were questioning if he is really a straight man. And they wanted him to present a heterosexual relationship, do it and do it now. And he did. Isn't it weird that a man who had not been known to be in any relationships in the public eye all of those years, and then all of a sudden he gets a white girlfriend, dates her, says that they met in his church, and then they wind up getting married. She's a divorcee, has kids that are either teens or close to adult age, and he has no children. Get out of here with that bull crap. But I say that to say, not one pick so far. And I get it. It's not over. They could possibly be picked to be Trump's shoe shine guys later on. I don't know. Those cabinet positions haven't been filled yet, I don't believe. So Tim Scott could shine the right foot, the right shoe, and Byron Donalds could shine the left shoe. It's possible. Those have not been named yet. Or maybe one is going to shine the shoes, other one's going to lick the boots. I don't know. But I'm just saying, none of it surprises me whatsoever that they have not been named. And they have been out here going to bat for Donald Trump on these news networks, on these outlets that were just grilling them. And even though a lot of the answers that they were giving was BS, they still was standing 10 toes down in the nonsense. So the fact that they haven't been named, even if they would get named for something later, they should have been front and center. They should have been a few of the first, in my personal opinion. But again, what does my opinion matter when it comes to Donald Trump and his administration? But everything that they were doing, you better believe they were doing it for a purpose. They weren't doing it just because they loved Donald Trump. Everything that people like Tim Scott and Byron Donalds do, it is for their own personal gain and benefit. And that's why it angers so many people, not just blacks or Black Americans, because it's not just about the ethnicity. It's about the fact that you know that a lot of the stuff that he stands for is not going to be beneficial to people that look like you, to people who are in your family, in your own family, down the line, the neighborhoods that you grew up in, that you were able to grow out of. Just to name a few examples. And you sit there and you are okay with the things that are coming down the pipeline because you've kissed the ring, you've licked the butt crack, you brown nose to the point of no return. So as long as you are okay, F everybody else. Get it how you live. And that's why it angers a lot of people that look like them to see how they're living. Yeah, you're living absolutely amazing in comparison to a whole lot of people. But a lot of people would not be willing to sell their soul for the sake of momentary comfortability. Like the Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose your soul? These are people that have lost their souls. They have absolutely zero integrity. It's all about what's beneficial for them. And I get it. A lot of people who are activists, like true activists, not somebody who's just on social media doing sound bites or making reels or whatever, but I'm talking about true, actual activists. A lot of them, they don't get their flowers. They don't live a life of luxury and whatever. They sacrifice a lot for the sake of trying to make gains for the betterment of most people. A lot of people don't live like that anymore. You know, the days of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, a lot of those days are just flat out over. But it doesn't mean that people have to be complete sellouts. And that's why a lot of people can't stand people like Byron Donalds and Tim Scott. Even Donald Trump has zero respect for them because, here you go, they still haven't been named for a cabinet position. He doesn't care about them. He could care less about them or what would be beneficial to people that look like them, people in their distant family. Because Tim Scott, he's living well because he married a white woman who already had means. So he didn't marry someone that needed a come up. Byron Donalds, he married a woman of another ethnicity that was beneficial for his life. You see, like, there's a pattern there. These Black American men who have been in government for all of these years, and they have done things in their personal and professional lives for their own personal benefit and gain. It hasn't been anything that would benefit the greater good. So the fact that they haven't been named, it's laughable to me, but I'm completely not surprised by it at all. And I hope they don't get a cabinet position. They don't deserve it. I really hope that whatever seats they hold, they lose them whenever those elections would be. Because see, these are the type of people that they get in these positions and people just keep voting them in. But I hope they lose their positions. I hope they don't get a cabinet position. They don't deserve it. Donald Trump doesn't deserve to be the president, and they definitely don't deserve to get cabinet positions at all.
It's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh. I just love you. No, it's a shame. Uh-oh. I just love you. No,
Let me tell you what still baffles me till this day is how there's so many Black people out here supporting white supremacy without even knowing that they are. I'm like, where did we go wrong in society, in our community, that so many of our people are lost? I every day I try to I'm still confused. I'm like, who would have never thought? Did their parents instill what their ancestors went through in the past? Like, are their parents teaching them the importance of their history, of Black history? What are they learning in school? Like, what got lost along the way to make them want to support the oppressor? That baffles me every day. You know, I'm pro-Black, but, I would never support something that continues to oppress my people in any way. I just don't get it. Like, we will never move forward as a people if we cannot unite and move forward so we can help move this country forward, so the right people can get in office, so we can continue moving forward and progress towards 100% freedom in this country. And it's like a lot of my people want to stay oppressed. It's like they love living in oppression. They love living under white supremacy. I still don't get it, and I never will. Until the day I die, I'm going to be wondering, what the hell happened to our people? We had the perfect opportunity right now to move forward, and you fucked it up.
Shine bright as that
Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.